the benefits of service learning. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Kimberly Kirn. She is Executive Director of Need Indeed. Thanks so much for being with us. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start there. When we talk about the idea of service learning, what do you mean by that, and how can it benefit kids?
So service learning is really the idea that students get to choose an issue that they care about in their community, and then within the confines of the school day and the school curriculum, finding a way to learn more about that issue, to look at its causes and effects, to decide something that they want to do to address it through service. So it's really school-based focus on the community.
But student-driven.
Totally student-driven, absolutely. That's where the benefits come from.
So these are issues and ideas that kids already care about, they want to do more with and work on, but they're doing it within their schools. You as an organization can help to facilitate that.
Absolutely. So our job is really to work with the teacher to help him or her through that year-long process of getting the students to generate a list of assets and challenges in the community, choose one, which is sometimes a challenge with a class of however many students. And then once that one issue has been chosen, to look at its causes and effects, to meet people, community partners who have personal or professional experience with the issue. And then for the students to look at that critically and say, well, what do we want to do and what can we do to help address some aspect of this issue?
Let's get into the details of how this can work and how it does work. You work with 3rd grade through 8th graders, and they pick a variety of different topics and ideas.
They really do. They really run the gamut. We see in recent years, we've seen gun violence and homelessness top the issues that are chosen. And these, I should say, are Philadelphia traditional public and charter school students and teachers that we're working with. But they really run the full gamut of issues. We've had a 3rd grade class in South Philadelphia that wanted to talk about stress management, and they created a book, The ABCs of Stress. We had a 4th grade class in Center City mount a campaign to talk to the toy manufacturers about how they advertise their toys and gender stereotyping those advertisements. And we had a class in West Oak Lane decide that they wanted to find a place and create a community garden for folks who are maybe feeling a bit stressed or finding their emotions getting ahead of them, to have a place to go to find some peace and calm.
Those are some of the examples of projects and ideas that children have, but you also work with community partners in order to ensure that these projects are having a greater impact.
Well, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, a student's idea of what he or she might do is a place to start, but the question is, what does the community, what does it really need? And so that's where those community partners come in to say, here's how we're addressing this issue. Here's how you, a class of 3rd or 5th or 8th grade students, can be of help to us. So there's a real partnership and there's a real authenticity to the transformation.
So it may be a great idea, but how can we best make it fit to have the greatest impact within the community?
Absolutely, right. And we know that we're trying to do this within the school day and making sure that it's addressing curriculum goals that the teacher might have.
And we just have a short time left, but this is a program that's grown over the years. You are in many schools at this point.
We are, absolutely. So we've trained about 380 teachers, about 10,000 students have been impacted in the time that we've had our teacher network. This year we're working with 150 teachers in 63 schools and 3,900 students.
And the teachers see results.
They sure do. More than 80% of our teachers see sustainment or increase in students' abilities to work collaboratively and as a team in class, to think critically about the world around them and the material in front of them, and to really be empathetic members of society.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
We've been talking with Kimberly Kirn. I'm Jill Horner.